Hey, welcome back again. Today we're going to concentrate on finishing up the lower part of these legs. We're going to look at the beefy ankles, which I printed out of ABS, and the aluminum ankle brackets. Let's get started. The beefies are going to be printed in ABS, so I began by modeling them in Fusion 360 before sending them to the printer. Alright, so I printed out the parts for my beefy ankles and something interesting happened. My first print failed, and it failed near the end of the print, right at the very top of the dome here. I didn't put too much thought into it. I've had prints fail before. It was very close to the end of the roll of the ABS that I was using. So I didn't get too excited. I just changed the roll and I printed out the second one. Interestingly, the second print failed in exactly the same way, which makes me think that I should go back and look at the actual model and maybe run a simulation on it and see if there's something in there that I missed. But either way, these parts are going to work fine for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the areas that, the voids here that are left from the failed print. I'm going to end up filling that with a fiber reinforced body filler. I was expecting to use some body filler on these anyway, so it's really not going to cause me too much trouble, just a little extra time. So, moving forward with my mediocre prints, I started by trimming back the failures and filling in the gaping hole with fiber reinforced body filler. While this was setting up, I went ahead and attached the beefies to the legs. This will be a permanent attachment, so I had modeled in countersunk screw holes. The beefies are attached with screws and Gorilla Glue, which I have had great luck with in the past. I made sure both surfaces to be glued were roughed up a bit and used a bit of water on the leg to help the glue set. As soon as the first application of body filler had set up, I quickly did some rough shaping with a rasp before moving on to the easier sanding light filler. The curved faces of the parts got a nice even coat. I made sure that the screw holes were covered well and filled the seams. Once this application was set, I went at it again with my rasp to get the high spots taken care of before grabbing my palm sander to quickly get it pretty good. I used some files to establish a good crease where the parts come together, then switched to hand sanding to finish shaping. A pretty good application of glazing putty and sanding down to 320 grit paper got them ready for primer, and I applied a fairly heavy coat of filler primer. I want to be clear that the legs are still going to need a bit of work before the final finish, but that'll happen when the droid is nearing completion. And I mentioned earlier that I was going to look at the aluminum ankle brackets today, but this video has run a bit longer than I expected, so I'm going to put that off and definitely look at them in the next video. If you like these videos, please let me know by smashing that subscribe button. And until next time, remember, the greatest teacher failure is.